This is the Normal Nerds Podcast where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Ceresia.
And I'm your host who's ready for that candy, Davis Bates.
This episode is our big Halloween bracket kickoff. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
We're doing a big Halloween bracket this year.
Heck yeah. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it's Halloween, spooky season. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those fun seasons where, you know, doesn't matter if you're in a cast or not. You can still enjoy it.
True. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Yep.
You know, October started last week.
Yeah. Wink.
But we like doing brackets during the holiday seasons. Last year we did Scary Monsters. Pretty sure we've done a candy one before.
Probably, but it was one of our earlier episodes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so this one is going to be different. We have 32 things.
Right.
It's broken into regions, kind of like March Madness, if you ever watched that. We got monsters.
Yo.
We got movies, Halloween movies.
Nice.
Was one region. And we got miscellaneous. You'll see when we get there. And then we got candies. There's a difference with this bracket, though. This isn't our favorite of these things, the things we think are the coolest. Mm-hmm. This is what is the most Halloween. Yeah. What represents Halloween the most out of these things? Because honestly, it came to me because we were thinking of doing this list, and I was just going to put candy. Mm-hmm. But then I'm looking at like best candy Halloween lists. They're so stupid.
Yeah,
because it's always just like, which of these Halloween candies are the best? I hate the term Halloween candy because it's just like
this is candy.
It's just candy to everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Let's talk what actually is Halloween candy.
All right, I'm down for that.
Yeah, so
we did this list sort of with not this bracket format, but like with Christmas stuff.
We
right?
did randomized list.
Yeah, that was a good time. I remember that. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, so this is the most Halloween of these things.
Let's get it.
This isn't going to be me and Davis debating. We've had it on podcast. Go listen to it. I think it was in this studio, hopefully. What's better, vampires or werewolves? I can't remember what studio.
I think that was the old one.
Don't listen to that.
Yeah, that one.
If you want to,
I think we had the mics by then, so the audio was probably fine.
If the audio was fine, you go back and listen to it. If not, if you're just like, hey, I want to hear you guys talk about it again.
You know, technically we've been in like 3 studios. We were in the virtual one initially, and then we were in
my old crappy apartment.
Yeah, the old one, and then we were in this.
Yeah.
Wild.
The mid-tier one, and then one day when you all listen, the good tier one.
Yeah.
But all right. So we're going to go through the first rounds of all the regions. We're not going to go by region because we just thought it'd be more fun this way. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. So, and these are randomly seeded, some of them.
Okay.
I did randomly seed all these. So in each region, it's 1 out of 8 seeds.
Okay.
Because, you know, the regions are 8 different teams. Does that make sense, everybody?
Sure.
Okay. All right. They are random. Some of them I did juice up a little bit. So, okay. We're going to start out in the monster region.
Okay.
Okay. This is the one that is the most Halloween.
Okay.
All right. First seed, the Headless Horseman versus the number 8 seed, Werewolves. Ooh, I know. It's a tough one.
I feel like I have to go with Headless Horseman on this one.
Right?
Because... So my thought process in this one is that one, Headless Horseman actually has a jack-o'-lantern as a head. Like, obviously, that's the most Halloween you can be. But like also, werewolves are not just a Halloween thing anymore. Thank you, Twilight. They're an every time of the year thing. Like, there's like you have werewolf. Yes. Werewolf in London is a great horror movie, and, you know, it's brought around every Halloween and all that stuff, and werewolves probably once upon a time did mean Halloween, but now, like, think about Harry Potter, think about Van Helsing, think about these any time of year movies, all have werewolves in them, and so it's not like, they're not Halloween specific anymore, but I challenge you to find me a Headless Horseman movie that isn't creepy themed for Halloween.
Yeah, no.
They've all been Halloween themed.
I agree with you. Headless Horseman definitely wins this one. I mean, Headless Horseman is like, it's going to be tough to beat the Headless Horseman. Very possible, though. Very possible. For what's on this list. But, yeah, you're right. Werewolves, maybe once upon a time around. I feel like werewolves are pretty, like, not even, like, Halloween adjacent anymore.
Yeah.
They kind of just been thrown, like,
Most monsters sort of have.
Most monsters, most big name ones, but the different ones are still like, you're like, ooh, that is pretty Halloween, but we'll go down the
Yeah.
list. But Headless Horseman.
Like, there's werewolves in Skyrim and then no Headless Horseman in Skyrim. So like,
That's true. So Headless Horseman, moving on, number 1 seed. All right, now we got our number 4 seed, Frankenstein, versus our number 5 seed, Ghouls. Ghouls, man.
looking ghouls. Well, they're not real. Well, we saw one. It's like, no, we didn't. Yes, we did.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. In essence, they're kind of the same. They're like not far from being the same thing. Like one's a homunculus undead thing, and the other one is just an undead thing. I personally want to give it to Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is very Halloween,
Yeah.
like adjacent to, like it's just like he just.
Once again, it's just
Frankenstein's
yeah.
monster.
Blah 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 blah.
We're gonna say Frankenstein because we're not huge dorks. We're normal.
It's just and it's like, I don't know. It's so tough. Like we were just saying, it's so tough with just basic run-of-the-mill monsters nowadays. Because like ghouls are in The Witcher, and The Witcher's not a Halloween thing.
That's true.
So it's like it's very. They've all been. Frankenstein was also in Van Helsing, so that kind of defeats my argument a little bit there. But like, it's
Van Helsing's like a Halloweenish movie.
Yeah, is it though?
More than The Witcher.
I agree with that. Yes,
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yes,
But it's not a Halloween movie. But it is like it has like that. Like,
I don't know. It's so much more thriller to me.
maybe-
I really don't feel
No.
there's no horror aspect in
but
there.
I think maybe it's just like when it came out at the time, it's like those things were just Halloween things.
I guess it's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the time,
yeah,
like,
maybe,
you know,
maybe.
like-
Van Helsing came out a million years
Great
ago.
movie, great
It's
movie.
I
Graphics
watch
are still
it.
good for it.
I still watch it. Like I watch it every couple of years. It's awesome.
Man, what
It
a
is
hottie.
crazy how well the graphics hold up in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Like insanely so.
So Frankenstein moving on, number 4 seed. All right. So then we got our number 2 seed.
Same with the Underworld movies.
Great movies too.
Yeah.
Number 2 seed, Witches, versus our number 7 seed, Zombies. Now this is where I would say that you're like, okay, witches are everywhere now, but they're still so Halloween.
I know they really
They
are.
are super Halloween.
They
Like,
really are. Ooh.
but zombies are pretty
That
Halloween.
is so tough for me, you know?
Zombies are also everywhere,
And
but
like-
also very Halloween.
Yeah, they're that one monster we were like, oh, that's kind of a Halloween
Yeah,
movie.
but witches though.
I know, witches like, oh, and well, I'm like, you know, if kids are dressing up, like, you know, and not,
Witches.
at least 70% of the girls you see are dressing up as witches, you know.
Hey, come on, like a little girl in a witch's outfit, what a cutie.
Mm.
Like, you know,
Little girl in a zombie costume, that would be dope if it was done right, though.
that would be dope.
crack me up,
That'd be cute.
That'd be
too.
pretty dope,
cute,
yeah. I'd be like, nice kid. I think I want to give it to witches, too.
yeah, they're super Halloween.
I think it's just so much more Halloween than zombies are.
I would
Yeah,
agree.
I think that's just like, I know Walking Dead and stuff, like we can say the same for both, in this case we can say the same for both witches and zombies, that like popular TV and movies like The Walking Dead, and I'm sure there's a million witch movies that I'm not gonna remember off the top of my head, that have done stuff like this, that have
Yeah.
put them out there and made them not Halloween-y, but I don't know. A Witch in Her Cauldron is just so.
It's so Halloween.
Maybe I'm just biased because I grew up on Hocus Pocus. Like
Yeah, no,
that
well,
is
no,
the
they are.
Halloween.
They
Yeah.
literally, and when you think like that traditional triangle hair, black hat witch with like a broom
Yep.
and like a black hat and everything, it's just how that's so Halloween.
Yep, every single time.
All right, so that was number 2 seed moving on, witches. All right, for the monster round for this episode, we got our number 3 seed, Ghost, versus our number 6 seed, Vampires.
Oh, ghosts.
It's Ghost.
Like, hands down, ghosts. Vampires
Hey.
just feel like such an afterthought. Those are
Not
two
gonna lie.
undead things.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, before we get into like why Ghost for sure. This randomized seeding worked out really well though. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds made it all through.
Yeah,
so that
that's
makes
true.
sense.
Yeah, nice, nice.
But yeah, Ghost, man. Once again,
Yeah.
maybe it's just like there's just so much internet that everything gets spread around. But like a ghost, we got a ghost hanging on our
Yeah,
freaking
we
wall.
do.
probably.
We do, don't we? Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I just and like ghosts, like spooky, creepy, scary movies. They're always just like I don't know. That feels like Halloween to me.
All right.
Ooh.
So the monster category will
Charlie
be
Brown Halloween special. They all just was ghosts.
Oh, that's true. They all do dress up as ghosts. For the monster region, we got our 4. We got next week. We'll be talking about the Headless Horseman versus Frankenstein, and then witches versus ghosts.
I like that.
Good thing about that one.
That'd be going. Ooh.
Where do you want to go next? We got movies. So let's say miscellaneous for last, or candies.
Let's do. I feel like we were just talking so much about movies. We got to go to that one, right?
Let's do movies.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I just want to mark something down. Movies, monsters. All right. Movies. We have our number 1 seed, Halloween, versus our number 8 seed, Trick or Treat.
Ah, yeah. That's a tough one.
It's Halloween.
It really is. It fucking says that name.
It does say the name, and I know what everyone's thinking right now, and I thought it too when I made this list. I was like, there's no way Halloween loses. But there is debates to be had.
Okay.
But it's definitely Halloween. Halloween is like, first of all, the name is Halloween.
Uh-huh.
That's not just part of it. Halloween, there's like 3 like horror movies that you watch every Halloween, and it's Halloween, Friday the 13th, and oh my god,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
The big 3.
Yeah. Not all 3 of them are on this list for reasons you will see.
Okay.
Trick or Treat I put on because it's just like called Trick or Treat, so it's like,
Yeah. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, but it's Halloween.
Yeah, it really Halloween just like not only does that movie take place during Halloween, everyone's dressed up and stuff, but man, just like how many Michael Myers costumes are out there?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a simple costume to do, and it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Great movie. Too.
Yeah.
I think out of the big 3, I think it holds up the best.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it's so there. It's so. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
No, it does. Trust me.
Friday the 13th is really good too. I think just the first one.
It is really good.
When
but
it's the spoilers when it's the mom. Like
Yeah.
that's just like that's fun. But like I don't know. There's some Michael is just he's scary.
holds up.
He is
Wow.
scary from the moment he hit the screen. Look at it now.
All right, now we're moving on to our number 4 seed, Hocus Pocus, versus our,
all
our
right.
number 5th seed, Sleepy Hollow.
I'm giving it to Hocus Pocus.
It's Hocus Pocus.
That Sleepy Hollow movie is awesome. I watched that.
Oh,
I watched that
movie.
not too long ago, and it's still so sick. Great cast in there. Everyone's a hit in that thing. It's just so much fun. But man, Hocus Pocus is just a Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
Personified.
it's Halloween out the wazoo. It's Halloween's happening the entire time. The witches are great. The zombie guy they have it is amazing.
Talking
the
Black
Cat
Cat,
is just
yeah.
all Halloween. I love it. Was that in Halloween Town? I just like I
Mm-hmm.
went nuts for every year when they were on TV.
Yeah,
every year. as a
Hocus
kid.
Pocus great. They made a sequel. Whatever.
I never saw it. Never gonna see it.
And everyone said it was bad. So
Yeah,
whatever.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
But the first one is great. Put a spell on you. Come on.
So good. Did magic so well, and the witches were actually like devil worship evil people. Which was
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
All right. Now, that was number 4 seed, Hocus Pocus. Moving on. Now we have our number 2 seed, Halloween Town, versus our
You're killing me here.
number 7th seed, Friday the 13th. Oh, that's a tough one. I'll let you say your opinion before I say mine.
Okay. I personally want to give it to Halloween Town. Trying not to be biased here, but it's literally Halloween Town, where the other one is just a slasher movie, which is really good for it. It's tough because we gave it to Halloween. I think Halloween is scary and takes place during Halloween, and Michael Myers just like created an amazing costume. Halloween Town just like it's got Halloween out there. It's got the fun part of Halloween in it. So and I enjoy that a lot, and I think that is like I think that's a good example of it all, of like Halloween itself. So I want to give it to that.
All right. You're forgetting one huge thing.
What am I forgetting?
This is our podcast. We buy ourselves all we want.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
Halloween
That's a
Town,
fair
baby.
point. Let's
It's
go.
about Halloween.
Let's go.
Are you kidding me? I know Friday the 13th is a great, phenomenal horror movie. It's Halloween Town is like so fun as a kid.
I know.
It's all about Halloween. It's called Halloween Town.
They have remember the skeleton driver who was like Boney or Manny or something like that. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
Those movies, that trio of movies was fire. Like movies 1 through 3, I was just like, this is so freaking good. Actually, maybe 4 movies.
I
think
just think
there's
it's
4. I
it's
think
one of those-
Halloween Town 2 wasn't Halloween.
It's one of those things like you don't want to say because you like it's like the how to explain this. It's our podcast, so we're doing what we want to do. Is like if someone's like what do you like better? Like you don't like the Beatles. Like what if you don't? What do you like better? Like the Beatles or this? And you're like I know everyone's gonna hate me because I'm gonna say like it's like excuse me that I don't like the Beatles or something.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, well, I gotta say Friday the 13th because it's such a classic.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
It's
No,
Halloween
no.
Town.
Halloween Town's awesome.
Yeah.
You got magic. You got Marnie. Oh, it's so good.
All right, on to our last one for the movies. We got our number 3 seed. Oh, we're putting it on this list. It's gonna be argued. Nightmare Before Christmas, which is on a lot of lists for best Halloween movies. Versus our number 6 seed, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I have this constant argument right now with my girlfriend every time she refuses to submit to my correct argument. Fuck the Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Christmas movie. I'm giving Casper. We already went over the ghost argument, how ghosts are so Halloween. I'm giving it Casper.
I'm also going to give it to Casper, only actually, first of all, I put Nightmare Before Christmas on this list because it's on a lot of lists.
I'm sure it is. People are morons and think it's a
Well,
Halloween
I think
movie.
people say it's both, which I guess you could use it for both.
No.
If you watch it at the time, then it ruins your Die Hard argument because it's like if you watch it at the time.
Yeah.
Well, Harry Potter.
Wait,
like,
what do you mean?
It was like, what's more? What's Harry Potter? Halloween or more Christmas? It's more Christmas
Yes.
because everyone watches it around Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas does take place in every single movie, but like you watch it around Christmas.
Yes.
So if you watch Nightmare Before, like I would say,
Well, it's
if
tougher.
you're arguing
It's tough-
if you're arguing what the premise of the movie is, that's a different conversation.
Okay.
Because if
My
you
only argument with Harry Potter is that Christmas is in it, but it's not a. Okay, we're there's actual debate with not Halloween Town, Nightmare Before Christmas, is that it has the two aspects in it are Halloween and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But in Harry Potter, like Christmas is in it like for like 2 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So it's Halloween. So
Halloween's
I would say it's neither of them. The Die Hard argument is that it takes place on Christmas, so that therefore it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, I'm just saying is that like the reason Harry Potter became a Christmas movie is because people just watch it around Christmas. People just started doing that, and then it became like a big Christmas thing. I don't know why.
Well, I don't.
I
didn't know it was a Christmas movie.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I did not.
I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie personally, but like
That's not a take I would use.
yeah. But I'm saying a lot of people watch Nightmare Before Christmas around Halloween because it is Halloween-ish.
Yes, but it takes place during the Christmas season.
Yeah, the premise of the movie is Christmas. But Casper, though, definitely needs to move on. First off, I totally forgot about Casper. Then I was going through the list of movies.
Oh, really?
I was like, Casper's so awesome.
Casper is like 2 or 3 movies, and they're
Do
all
they still
awesome.
make Casper stuff? If not, bring it
They
back.
really should. They were on. There was a when I was younger. They were like Cartoon Network was going hard with it. They had a Casper TV show at one point.
Yeah, Casper's awesome. He's
Yeah,
a friendly
he was
ghost.
fantastic, yeah, his uncles.
Poor kid.
His uncles were hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hand me a
Juice
box?
Yeah, juice box. You got it. Yeah. Your juice box in a can.
Here, can you do it for me?
Okay.
It's not enough for the place. Juice box in a can.
I really wish you finished your juice boxes.
Oh, you didn't have to open it, but thank you.
Nah, if I'm doing it all the way, why not? You know.
Very nice,
I want
very
to
nice.
give you some good juice boxes.
It's not even Christmas.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So now our movies brackets for next week will be Halloween versus Hocus Pocus. Oof. Halloween Town versus Casper.
Ooh,
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on to candy. Now, once again, this bracket isn't about what is the best candy. It is about what is the most Halloween candy.
Okay, fair.
And you will be, if you are a follower of the podcast, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about when it gets to a certain one, and I don't let it move on. Number 1 seed, candy corn, versus our number 8 seed, mini Twizzlers. You know those little plastic mini that you'd only get around Halloween?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Candy corn.
It's candy corn.
Yeah, it's easily candy corn. The Twizzler thing, those are fun. I get it. You get them. If they, you get them, they'd probably lose the most everything else on this list still to me because, like, whatever. I've gotten those outside of Halloween a lot. And candy corn is literally just a symbol of Halloween.
Yeah,
It's got Halloween colors.
If you listen to the podcast, you know I notoriously hate candy corn.
Weird.
But
Weird.
if anyone eats candy corn outside of Halloween, you're a friggin' weirdo.
Yeah, I agree with
If
that.
I was it was like middle of July and someone was eating candy corn, I'd
It'd
be
be kind of weird. Like,
what
why do you have
are
this?
you doing?
Why do you have this? It's kind of weird to have this.
All right.
I don't disagree with that.
We got.
If it was just there, though, I'd still eat it. But, like, you know, who's
It'd be
buying
really
candy corn?
weird.
It'd be out of season. Yeah. It'd be unseasonal.
All right, we got a number 4 seed, M&M's, versus number 5 seed, Nerds.
M&M's?
M&M's are, I feel like those, those like little brown bags you get at the M&M's.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about. I was like, I think I want to give it to
Oh,
them.
yeah. My thing is like, if those are like 2 candies I really only ever have when candy is bought around Halloween.
Yeah.
The only problem is why I might agree with you on M&M's is nobody gets M&M's for Easter, but you do get Nerds. I feel like.
You get Nerds for Easter?
I feel like they show up around Easter. I don't know why, because they have the colors on them.
Interesting.
Because they're like purple.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
You can get M&M's.
M&M's do purple around Easter too.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know
I think they do. I've had purple M&M's at Easter before.
Okay.
I don't know if they still do them though.
Oh, okay.
That's an excellent question. I have not looked in a while. I don't know. That's a tough one. I want to get. Yeah. The Nerds one at Easter is weird to me. I never really see those because, like, I see a lot of chocolate at Easter.
That's true.
So the M&Ms make more sense, but, like, I don't know. What do you think? I go either way on this one. The M&M packets are usually what I would get at Halloween.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go M&M's only because those M&M packets you don't really see outside of Halloween. You do see them around Christmas. This is true. but really you don't.
They
really,
are Halloweenish thing.
but like the nerd box is its constant shape.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Like that's like
it never changes. Never has anything festive going. M&M's will have like a Halloween episode commercial every now and again.
That's true too.
Also, great marketing by M&M's. They made those mascots years ago and never had to change them.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, right. It's like it has to be like one of the longest running mascots.
All right. Our number 2 seed, Hershey's Mini Assorted. It's like little.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I know.
Versus Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's Hershey Mini Assorted. I love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups more than I like anything with sugar in it. I think Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are absolutely incredible. They're the best candy that's ever existed and will ever probably exist. However, if you are a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup lover fan, you know for a fact it is an Easter candy. They make the eggs for it. Or it is also not just an Easter candy, it's an every year, every day candy.
They make Christmas tree versions of it too.
It's a candy you eat all the time.
They do have fire Halloween commercials though.
They do, but Hershey Mini Assorteds, you only get those at Halloween.
I would say you get those at I've got them at Christmas too.
Yeah, at Christmas too, but like that's what I'm saying. It's like they're holiday.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, they're holiday exclusive. Reese's are not, and this is the reason I put Reese's on here, especially so I could talk about this. Every best Halloween candy list I looked at, they're like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I'm like, that's not Halloween. It's candy. Yeah. It's just candy. Yeah. Like Halloween candy should be specific candies.
Yeah. Like I agree with that. Yeah.
Like candy corn is Halloween candy.
Yes. You're not
Hershey
wrong.
Mini Assorted, which you do get around Christmas, is also Halloween candy. No one buys assorted bags of mini Hershey's outside of holidays.
My grandmother does.
Maybe that's an old person thing.
Maybe, They like the little candies.
Yes, but Hershey's Minis going on.
Let's go. Woo.
Okay, number 2 seed. All right, then we have our last one. Number 3 seed. The mini candy bars of Snickers, Milky Ways, Three Musketeers. Those mini ones, which you do see other times, but they're very popular around Halloween. Versus wax candy lips.
What?
You ever seen those vampire candy lips? They're made of wax. Okay, you haven't seen these. Yeah,
they're made of wax, but they're candy?
Yeah. They're yeah.
I have no idea. What was the first thing again?
Mini candy bars.
Okay. Yeah. I said the mini candy. I have no idea what this thing you're talking about is.
Okay, I might be too old. All right. Mini candy bars.
Your age is showing.
All right. Yeah.
I'd give it to mini candy bars, though. That's just you get those.
Hey, that means we have Hershey Mini Assorted versus mini candy bars. That'll be good next week.
Ooh. I mean, I know it's going to win that one.
Yeah, I know.
More chocolate.
Yes, okay. All right, so that was the candy list. That was a good one.
I like that.
And I like how we went about it. Once again, we picked the most Halloween.
Yes.
I mean, candy corn moved on, and candy corn's disgusting.
Okay, get the fuck out of here, man. It's delicious.
It's disgusting.
It's delicious. It's good.
All right, and then last is the Halloween miscellaneous category.
It's just hardened sugar.
Yeah, I know. That's disgusting.
It's delicious.
First of all, it's not hardened sugar. It's hardened sugar from 1908.
Yeah, delicious. It's
disgusting.
Aged.
It's
like a fine wine.
A fine wine.
What's the next category?
Miscellaneous.
Okay.
All right. We have our number 1 seed, jack-o'-lanterns, versus our number 8 seed, spiderwebs.
Jack-o'-lanterns. That's not even... That might be one of the most Halloween things ever. That might be the most Halloween thing. I don't know. You think? I think.
This list is going to get intense.
Okay, I'm down for it.
So jack-o'-lanterns, I agree. Jack-o'-lanterns are what do we, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
If you're watching
It's my reasoning for Headless Horseman.
Yeah, if you're watching the podcast right now, we have a plastic jack-o'-lantern thing on here. We do a jack-o'-lantern carving every year with our friends, which we obviously should post. Well, last year I did One Piece. Maybe I'll have to do another anime this year.
I will do my generic pumpkin face every year.
Yes.
Because I am not artistic.
All right. Versus. Okay, so I did this one. The next 2 I did because they needed to be on the list, but there was no special category you could go into. So I put them against each other immediately. Number 4, Monster Mash. Number what? Hold on a second.
Oh no.
5. That should be 5. Sorry. Number 4, Monster Mash versus number 5, Thriller. Oh baby. This is going to be one of those ones, no matter what we pick, controversial.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's tough because all of our monster arguments make it tough because Thriller is a monster song.
I know,
but Monster Mash is too. Man, shit.
But Thriller is Thriller.
Monster
Mash is so monster. It
is. You only hear Monster Mash at Halloween
True,
time.
but who plays you can play Thriller outside, but
Thriller,
no one does.
But no one does. It is a very Halloween. The whole music
Dude,
video is Halloween. I know. Friggin' Party City, whenever Halloween comes around, they play that. I want to give it a Thriller.
Monster Mash is also just like
it is just monsters.
And do them. I mean, like if you do like a generic. Let me say this: you do a generic like camera run through a party. That background song is gonna be Monster Mash.
Oh well, yeah, you're totally right. But you gotta think about Thriller. Thriller has so Monster Mash, they're monsters, but they're partying. Okay, cool. But with Thriller, he's a monster. There's a bunch of monsters there. It's got the spooky aspect too. The dancing. I don't know about that, but other than that, like the dancing is like monster themed.
My favorite thing about this might be the best one we've had. Is that like as we're both talking, I could see our arguments happening inside our head, trying to convince myself to go the other way. Because you were just like Thriller.
It's stuff I don't know.
The only thing I give Thriller, and a lot of people think this is controversial. My take, I hate the part where Vincent Price is talking.
Oh, I enjoy that.
But if it's at a party, it's fine.
Yeah.
But my vote's Thriller.
Thriller? Okay. We're doing Thriller. Let's go with Thriller. I think
my vote's Monster Mash is good, but like Thriller is Thriller.
Yeah.
And I'll give you this. Also, I'm gonna say it's super Halloween and it's a good song.
Yeah, it really is. It is a bash. Michael Jackson was good at his stuff back in the day.
All right. Then we have our number 2 seed. Oh, that was the first upset of this entire bracket.
No, wow.
Besides Casper.
Alrighty.
Well, then we have our number 2 seed, Trick or Treating. Versus our number 7 seed, Black Cats.
Well, it's Trick or Treating. That's not even debatable, but damn, that's gonna be tough going up against something else. Oh no. Trick or Treating is so integral to Halloween as we know it right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of the whole point. Like as you get older, you start doing older kid, like you do shaving, creaming people and all that stuff, or you go to adult like Halloween parties, which we're supposed to be throwing this year. We got to work on that.
I already texted Kelly and Maggie and all them to invite people.
Sick, perfect.
You said Maine's coming too, right?
Yes, you should be able to make it. And you go to parties and stuff, but like Halloween is never as good as when you're a kid going out in your costume. On a Halloween night, you're out past your bedtime, you're getting candy for free.
And I think this involves trick-or-treating, is like not only going up to door to door. First of all, trick-or-treat, like trigger, it's like hearing a bunch of little kids say trick-or-treat, like adorable. But like is when you come back with a bag full of candy, or we would use pillowcases. As you got older, when we were little, we had the little plastic like jack-o'-lanterns or whatever. Part of trick-or-treating is going back home, laying out all your candy, trading with your brothers, and your parents.
Just laying in a pile of candy,
and I will say, we are thinking on the kid aspect. We don't have kids right now. We will one day.
One day.
But it is for the parents, too. First of all, it does seem like an absolute nightmare to me right now. Once I have a kid, I'll probably love it, because you get to watch a kid in a little cute costume going
and have a good time,
However, you get mad free candy out of this.
Yeah, it's true. Big time.
I'm stealing all the Reese's Peanut Cups for my kids. And I was like, oh,
I'm checking it for razor blades.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, no. Whoops. Where'd half my pile go? Well, I don't think you got that much. I don't think you got as much as you thought you did.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're doing a disservice to Black Cats on Halloween. We are not. It's just going up against trick-or-treating. Black Cats are super Halloween.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's just going up against trick-or-treating. There's not much we can do about that.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. And Black Cats are always also paired with witches, and they would lose to witches when they got up to it. Like,
facts.
So I want to go with trick-or-treating. It's one of the pillars of Halloween, you know?
Absolutely. Okay, then the last one of this episode, we have our number 3 seed, Costumes.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Versus Haunted Houses.
This is the hardest
this category. This category is going to be rough.
Okay, so it's haunted houses or dressing up.
It's got to be Costumes, right?
It has to be.
Because you do that. Here's the whole thing, like now a little preview for next week. Trick-or-treating is integral to Halloween, but you stop it at some point. You never stop dressing up.
That's true. You do a costume.
We'll talk about that next week, but costumes are pivotal.
I think costumes win this one because if you go to a haunted house, let's say like not one of your real haunted houses, we're talking about like, put on by people and stuff like.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're talking about like
I don't know if we're talking like some people like we're gonna go to a ghost house.
Oh no, this is like haunted houses like people put on for this time of year and everything like that. I know they do those like all year round, kind of, but we're talking about the one we go to in Canada.
Yeah. We're not doing that here.
We're going. Well, you're not going. But,
Sad. But anyways, my point here is when you go to one of those and you go into that house, what are the people wearing?
Oh my! That's a great point. Mm-hmm. You can't argue that point. You can't. If you there's a lot of things you might have not agreed that we put forward. That is the best argument for this one.
I like it.
Got it. All right. This category next week. Preview for next week will be jack-o'-lanterns versus thriller and trick-or-treating versus costumes.
All right.
Oh boy. Yeah, I knew this cat. I knew that.
I was like, you got to that one. Like, you just like saved all the bangers. The last one I was like, shit.
So the reason I did it the regions wise is because like trick-or-treating, costumes, and jack-o'-lanterns, and I was gonna do candy. Those 4 were just gonna make it.
Yeah.
So we can't have those 4 just make it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, it's more fun to have monsters go against monsters, movies go against movies. Candy
it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of fun. But that's gonna be tough.
I can tell you right now, this is the best Halloween bracket you will see all Halloween.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If there's anything on here you wish was on here, let us know in the comments below. If you disagree with anything we said, let us know in the comments below. I think the most controversial one by far will be Halloween Town beating Friday the 13th, but it's our podcast and we can decide what we want.
Exactly.
Happy Halloween, y'all. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.